That's gonna be very interesting. EU with his Chen. EU?
Oof.
I haven't watched him in a while, though. These tournaments that I've been casting, he hasn't attended, so it's interesting to see him once again.
Yeah, a little bit spice in your life. You, of course, joining TNC, I believe it was a few months ago now.
Yeah.
But I guess the big thing to look at here is, you mentioned it with the Wraith King. Does he go for that Radiance build, or does he maybe look towards, let's say, like an Armlet Blink, so he can be the one doing the initiation, the jump in?
I think he can definitely do both. He can decide during the game. Like, either thing works for him. You can see that he has Phase Boots and Midas queued up, which doesn't mean that he's not going to go for an Armlet after that Midas. He can still go for that. But usually, if you see a Midas, most likely he's going to get that Radiance afterwards, right? We'll see.
Highlight eye showing how you can be affected by the voice lines, but there's an easy solution. You just mute everyone.
I'm interested. Are they dodging? Because you can see the Snaking he's going bottom with his Mars. By the way, Snaking was Dota Pit Minor in Split. He was in the gym with me.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't look quite like Mars, but he's pretty buff. He looks alright.
I mean, would you want to look like Mars? Because his arms, look at his arms. He kind of looks like some sort of weird roleplay of Slark, like a Coralie effect. It's a bit creepy. Kind of reminds me, you know, Constantine, the Keanu Reeves, where he like goes in and pulls out the tar. It reminds me of that. It's a bit creepy. But no, yeah, it looks like they're going to try and dodge. They're going to go for the matchup against the Sand King. Does that really go better, though? Because you're a melee hero against...
Yeah, but you're really tanky. Mars is really tanky. He's still going to suffer, don't get me wrong. But perhaps your Nyx is going to do better. Maybe that's the idea. Because you're thinking, you're playing Nyx versus Sand King and Lash. And you're like, all right, we have Rage. We're going to be fine, right? Not really. Edict is physical. It goes through that Rage. And you can't really dodge the Impale, the Barrow Strike, if it's in melee range, right? You go for that last hit, he impales you, Splittered follow-up, you can't rage on time. And then after you rage, they've already wasted their spells. Your rage is useless, it's futile. And they just chase you down with Edict, so... Goodness gracious, papable.
They really like their lines. But yeah, no, I guess you could argue that both sides will have some sustain, right? Because Lifestealer can heal up, but at the same time, you're up against a Wraith King who will eventually put a point in the Vampiric Aura. And we already mentioned that Chen that does come with his nice new passive Divine Favor.
Is he gonna level it? I guess you get it level 1. Penitence is quite bad, so
Yeah.
I think you go for Divine Favor. You have those 3 Fairy Fires on him. Yeah, classic Chen. Just gonna try and right-click as much as possible, trade hits. And he's really good at it with the new Divine Favor. If you see right now, Divine Favor is now a passive aura. Provides 1, 2, 3, 4 HP regen and 8 heal amplification and 4 bonus damage for heroes. So it's pretty good.
It's pretty spicy. Also, consider that extra damage. Like, it seems small, but on a Wraith King with just 1 point in the Mortal Strike, we've seen the impact that one lucky crit can have in an exchange. Suddenly, it's just not worth it for your opponents to keep going.
Your creeps get double the value on
That
the
is
attack
true.
damage too, so something like Necros wouldn't be that bad on Chen. I had this discussion with someone in my chat recently. It wouldn't be that bad. We'll see what he... like, most likely, he's not getting that. As a position 5, it's very unlikely that you're gonna go for Necros. You get some medallion and that's about it, and you're a happy little camper.
Well, think about a change to what you did, right? You think what these guys typically build on their Chens. They want to get their hands on 4 Centaurs in the mid-late game and just stomp, stomp, stomp. What about the Dark Troll Summoners? Because you can summon up the Skeletons, right? So you get 8 Skelly Bros walking around wherever you want.
With bonus damage.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good idea, because their damage is very low, but they attack super fast, and then you're giving them what, 32 damage on level 4.
Yeah, which is insane.
Like, you're gonna take down, you're gonna shred the towers. It's gonna look like some zombie invasion.
You're
like
doubling your Skelly Bro effect from the Wraith King.
And the Wraith King as well.
This might be the
But
strat.
wait. Your creeps get doubled.
Yes.
So it's your creeps.
But those Skelly Bros hit super hard already, so they'll get some bonus damage, right?
They're getting some, yeah. That's true. But
and then on top of that, the standard we're seeing at the moment, Wraith Kings at level 15, you take the damage talent instead of the strength, has been a shift recently. This is... Like, you look at these lineups, you go, Ford Gaming have superior push because they've got a Death Prophet, but I'm not so sure about this the more we talk about this.
On the other side, you have a Chen, you have a Leshrak, you have these Skellies. It doesn't have to mean that they have a good push. Actually, I would say that TNC, they're the ones that have better push. Forward, they only have a better push when that Prophet's ulti is up. And
When
that's
committed, yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to have to wait and see if CCNC is even going to level that on level 6, as it's usually not the case.
Yeah, usually you just want to keep farming as much as possible, and he's gonna probably... Do you think he goes for the Axe Rush? There's been some theory crafting on whether it's worthwhile if you know you're going to stay back and farm for a while.
I'm not certain. We'll have to wait and see. I would love to see some new Aghanims come out, definitely.
Yeah, because usually you want to get at least the Yules first, so you have a defensive mechanism to work with.
3 bounty runes going the way of TNC right now, as MSS is the only one that manages to snatch that top bounty.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens when they reveal the lane. Actually, yeah, they
Yeah.
already sniped it out. Snake King's moving top, and Yua's going to go bot here. So they do want the Lifestealer up against that potent combo that's tanking Leshrac.
It can work, but it can backfire as well. We'll see which way it goes this time around. It's a skill-based matchup, honestly. That's the way I see it, at least. That's the way I've seen it in many games played out, in my games too. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on how well you pressure him early on.
Simply put, it's a volatile matchup both ways.
And there's Pylai Die there. He can always use his Fate's Edict or Purge to help Nikes out. So, yeah.
QQ did start with the Burrow Strike as well, so they should actually assert dominance. Oh, and the raiding? Corey just got sniped out by Armel, living up to his hero's name.
That's not something that you want to happen this early on, losing that courier on the mid lane, losing it to the enemy mid, giving him experience, giving him gold, giving him that advantage. Oh, it's going to be very difficult, I believe, as it's already not really the easiest matchup for CCNC. We'll see if he's going to find a way or not to recover.
Yeah, most likely what will end up happening is if things get too rough, he'll try and double back to the jungle, maybe have a support act as his courier. Especially with the Corey going down this early. Just if Sniper gets... I want to say if he gets an XP advantage, he just forces you out of lane, right? Because that headshot is just ridiculous.
And you can see that their Armel was just trading hits with him, because he understands that even if he gets really low, CCNC is going to have one salve to work with and one tango. That's it. After that, he has the advantage. His courier is already giving him some raid bans, and guess what? CCNC's courier is dead, so can't do anything like that.
Yep, already up to over 60 damage on the Sniper, whereas the DP, that you do have your advantage damage for the time being, but as you said, he'll have access to that Corey. He will outdo the damage. The top lane, in the meantime, is actually pretty passive for the most. An occasional stun going out one way or the other, and AU has picked up that pesky Harpy Stormcrafter now.
Oh yeah, the Storm.
Feel the pain.
Stormcrafter just stands back, spams Chain Lightning. It's so bad versus the Lina as well. She's gonna suffer hard as she's pretty squishy. You just love having that. That's pretty much the best creep you can get on Chen level 1 right now. There's nothing better. The Ghost is good, it hits quite hard and it slows, but Harpy Stormcrafter is the one that can just spam this Chain Lightning. It hurts so much. 140 damage, and you can spam it out like 8 times without the regen.
And there's no risk to the creep, right? It's not like if you pick a Centaur that's tanky or Hellbear that's going to get hit up. But even with the Light Strike Array, just look at this. He never trades better.
Bottom lane, Pylai Die is getting really low.
Well, they're going for him. Oh, the follow-up split up is good. They got enough here with the right clicks. They'll get it out. First blood drawn. Tim's being chased onto, but Yawar, he's alone here now, so he can't pursue.
Yeah, there's no mana on the Sand King. Is there, there was a Mango on Tim's. They can possibly go for Nikes again, but they won't. Basically, what happened there is they actually went for the Nikes, but it was Pylai Die that saved him, and in the end, it's what happens. He saves, and then he lies and dies.
It's in his name. He's living up to what you expect. And now they see Cuckoo. They're going to root him up for a long time. He hasn't got any mana to work with. And as you said, the Mango's on Leshrac, not on Sand King.
Yeah, tried to be a little bit too greedy there, while Tims was farming the Heart Camp.
On top, Wraith King. They're going with the Light Strike Array. They pushed him back on the tower. Gabby's going to get low, but there's the Skelly Bro army. Snake King has to back up.
Yeah, they did lose the Stormcrafter at least, so they lost the Harpy.
It's true. MSS is getting extremely low here. He's lucky that Harpy is gone.
Yeah, those Kellys, man, they attack super hard. You have to be careful.
All in all, though, things looking decent for TNC. You know, they've got 2 people at the top of the CS, and Cuckoo's doing fairly well, other than that Def.
Their offlane, their offlane is, besides that doing really well. Mid lane.
But like that is going to go down to this by the looks of it. Tim's just right-clicking him down. Double Idiot's going to run out. Can he juke this? He might get away with it. One more tap is needed. He's actually charging up the route. He wanted to try and set up a kill for CCNC. The CCNC can't find it because Tim's going to TP away, but there it is. The Crypt Swarm finishes him off. 3 points in it.
That purge helped out as he was in tower range. Maybe Tims could have played it a little bit better to not get juked so much, but yeah, he still gets the kill first. Does give out that kill to CCNC, and CCNC definitely needed it. He's only fallen 5 CS behind Armel's sniper, even though he was playing without a career, which is commendable. He's been doing quite alright on this mid lane so far, at least.
Tanking? Cuckoo? That's not where you want to be, buddy. He didn't have any assistance down here. You maybe expect something like that to happen as well with the runes coming up. MSS misses the opportunity to get the one off Tim's.
Yep.
And top, I believe, did AU get both of them?
Yeah.
No, you got one.
So you got one and Snaking got the other. So 2 runes overall going both teams.
Yeah, no big advantage there. I guess the concern is what we're going to see out of Mars soon, right? Once he approaches that 6. Because this is an ultimate that has been debated a lot. People have very strong opinions about it. Level 1 not the most threatening because of that longer cooldown, of course, though.
I just don't want to find myself in that ultimate ever when he casts it. There are many heroes that work well against him, such as Phoenix or Enigma or Sand King, Lashrak even. They can utilize that ulti versus him. He wants to be inside to just link in, just wreak havoc all over him. But in this kind of a game, let's see. I believe it's good. Like, if you think about it, you can save your allies versus the snipers too, because not only are they contained in the ultimate, right, in Arena of Blood, it also prevents everyone else from hitting inside of it, so sniper is going to suffer from it.
Of course, you know, if you ever find yourself a scenario where you want to dodge that out, just pick Batrider, right, or Night Stalker and fly out yourself. There is a smoke rotation coming in from forward. Both supports here, they want to jump onto Armel.
Tims is being recalled though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That means he's not there.
Yeah, they call him top because they don't want to pressure this tower. They have the catapult.
Oh, they're rotating though. Forward don't go mid. Instead, they're going to go top right now. They want to actually try and stop this push and punish it. Tim's pretty far forward. Needs to be careful. They're clipping the Light Strike Array. He's gone. There it is. Be able to move in. The root hold in place. Light Strike Array follow-up. Snaking moves across. Pushes him towards Pylai Die and says, eat your gold. They'll eat up the creeps as well. They keep the tower alive. Barely, though. Almost in deny range. The catapult should get it there.
Catapult gets it in deny range, and this should be a deny tower soon. Oh,
I don't know if they're going to get it at this rate. Oh, there we go.
They calculated that that tower is going to be left with 1 HP.
Math with an F.
EU.
Oh, root 2 of them up. Snaking trying to get in range. Light Strike Array is there, and that should be a dead Chen. They'll move across. Gabby with the big crits. Won't
Sniper is here, though.
Alive, though. Sniper is indeed here. He has the Assassinate to work with. They're trying to protect Snaking. Shrapnels are going down. Chasing on Mars. Pylai Die knows he's probably going to die here. They're going to Ray Fire Blast up, Snaking the easier target. They actually duke out the Light Strike Array, and the pushback won't matter as the Assassinate gets the big kill.
Yeah, that's Armel's first rotation. It was a good one, specifically because Chen now pours middle, and he recalls him, so he's not going to waste any of his time walking back to that mid lane. And one also very good thing for TNC is, as that was happening, Yavar on the bottom lane was pressured. However, Yavar goes ham on Tims right now.
Yeah, he's going for it, but the open wounds is running out. Tims needs to keep running. He's a little bit too slow, but he has the one. Sadly for him, they get him with the Infest.
Yeah, Sand King, he just abandoned him, went around. This is the core Sand King, so Tims was just a little bit too squishy there, and with only 1 Gauntlet of Strength and Circlet, not even a Bracer, he's easy food for the Nikes.
Big fan of Tesco's meat, as he does enjoy a bit of horse, and now they're actually hanging around here. They did bring down AU, but there are 3 heroes from forward. They know this because they get the ward down behind the tower beforehand, so before they feed over, they'll back away. Which does leave Wraith King and Mars in a state of farm in the top lane. Which, does this who benefits more, right? Because you've got Wraith King going for this greedier build in the Radiance, but at the same time, it's a Mars that's going to start free farming.
Let's just see bottom lane. Sand King is being went on.
The wounds is going to run out though, and Yuan needs to back away, split off, miscalculate, but there's the Burrow Strike follow-up stun. Yuan's going to keep running. Wants to chase on in here. Light Strike Array is there, but Sniper has arrived. They need to get rid of Tim's quickly. The Epicenter's being charged up. Cuckoo trying to charge through. MSS goes down first. Pylai Dai joins him in the grave, and they're going to keep pursuing. Looking at Yawar. He's protected by the Rage, but 5 heroes from TNC converge on the bot lane, and they claim 3 heads for it, as Yawar will be the last one to fall.
At least at the same time, CCNC instantly popped his Exorcism and is going for that tier 1 on the mid lane. But Sniper just boards back, and it's very difficult. It's very difficult for Forward Gaming right now to match this pace that Chen is bringing on the table. Remember, Chen with his recalls is just left, right, and center, recalling Armel Sniper and creating that number advantage across the map. So far, they've done an excellent job of just pressuring the map and also defending their towers. Remember, during the draft, I said that it's going to be very important that they do not just defend themselves and move back, right? It's very important for them to pressure this Nyx as much as possible so that the Sniper also has an easier time. And right now, the Sniper, he didn't have to move for a mid because he was recalled from mid. And he goes back, he farms, and at the same time, he takes towers. They're playing a really efficient way, in a very efficient way, and they're doing really well so far.
Yeah, now Armel
It's all on EU.
Well, the big thing here now is Armel just got his hands on the Midas, so he should extend his lead at the top. And if you look across the board at what Ford Gaming's intentions are, they're going the Midas way, and Yawar probably a Radiance on the Lifestealer after that.
Yes.
Is there a concern that if you end up in a stalemate scenario, TNC benefit more here?
I believe they do, though. I'm not certain how well that Prophet... Like, you can see that he's queuing up Aghanims instantly right now. I have to admit, I haven't played that Prophet once since the patch, so I'm not certain how well her Aghanims is going to work out. I did test it in the demo mode, so we'll see. The problem is, if you're rushing this Aghanims, you're really relying on that Oracle to be the saving grace. He has to be in position every single time, or you're just going to fall. No Yules, nothing like that, just straightforward Aghanims. The problem with that is, you have no utility right now. And look at them. They're just storming the castle already, taking every single tier 1. The top one has been taken one, the bottom one, and now the mid as well.
There's a Death Ball factor coming in. There's a Party Pony and the Catapult to boot, Wraithfire Blast, just to force Death Prophet back. They want to make sure there's no deny coming out. Pressure keeps mounting up, and because CNC is just sitting here, he's not elsewhere finding value. Yes, you've got Yawar farming on the bot lane. Snake King, he's actually going to be a while until he has his hands on the blink, and that's concerning, right? Because right now, where's your initiation if you're Ford Gaming?
Top lane, he should be careful, actually.
They're going to chase out. They want to try and find him here. They can cut him off, but they decide against it. They don't know how many heroes from Ford are behind him.
So this is the first rotation that didn't really amount to anything but the defense of the tower, which isn't that great for TNC, but sometimes you have to do it. They just... Like, Forward Gaming, they realized they're losing that mid tower. There's nothing they can do about that. They didn't invest their resources there. Instead, they went top. They forced out a couple of heroes to go top. But again, it's the same thing. You're playing versus a Chen. He can just recall people. And then this whole rotation isn't really as bad as it looks like for TNC. And so far, they're in full control of this game.
And yeah, now with 3 points in the Divine Favor, it just feels like if you're Ford Gaming, you have to somehow snipe out AU at the start of the confrontation.
He definitely does bring out a lot to his team early on. A lot of auras. He has that Wolf, he has the Ogre Frost Mage as well for the additional armor and the slow. Overall, there's a lot of utility coming from this position 5 on the side of TNC. Oracle, his counterpart, is doing well too, but so far not nearly as much as we're going to see. 2 smokes.
Yeah, they're going to converge as well. Ford should have the high ground on this, but they break it.
And the Wolf broke it, so they should be aware.
No risk there. Alpha Wolf will just run in. CCNC will say thank you very much, but that's not even worth what the smoke cost you. Well, didn't cost him, but the supports are a little bit annoyed. Okay, they want me to disable Steam notifications now. Sorry, guys, you can get this on your overlay for a moment.
It's fine. Radio cast. They're still remaining on top lane, smoked up. MSS and Pylai, but apparently they're not going to find anyone as Thames is going to roll back. Cuckoo is still remaining on that top lane, so perhaps he's going to be the one that falls, but he knows what's happening.
I just disabled that. I'm just going to untick everything here and...
Just go offline.
Yeah.
Shut down Dota,
idea.
that's going to work.
That's actually a better idea.
Turn off those.
Oh, yeah. Apologies for that, folks. I should do the same Discord, but then you'll see my top secret messages where me and Gaben have been sending each other love notes for the last 2 months.
talking about the game, you can see that Sand King is just staying on top lane, defending this tier 1. So far, not one tier 1 has fallen on the side of TNC, even though they're playing versus that Prophet. And they're already rotating towards bottom, pressuring that Nyx deeper and deeper and deeper into his own side of the woods, and that's never a good thing. Especially if you're playing that Prophet, you want to be playing on their side of the map. Every time you have that ulti, you want to be pressuring them, but instead you're the ones being pressured. And look at this, they want to fight bottom.
Yeah, they just committed the DP ult moving in. Tim's is pretty fast though. Leshrac not known for being a slow hero, but the root will bring an end to his reign as he goes down. If that's all TNC lose for an use of the exorcism, they'll be happy.
Sand King has been recalled.
They called him in. Mars activates the ultimate, chasing on to Yawar here. Can he actually find something? Yawar actually leaves because he looked the wrong way. Gabby has found the tree line, trying to get him out right now, but he's overwhelmed. Gabby should fall once.
Yeah, but they are coming and they want to fight here.
Sand King, he's ready to go. Can he actually move in right now? Burrow strike through, charging up the epicenter right now. All are indeed healed, but is it going to be enough? Sand King staying alive. Look at the Lagoon him down, kill him off. Snake King being protected by the false promise. Will he live at the end? It's going to be close.
I believe Leshrac is being recalled. Yes,
nope,
he is.
Gets pop. Yeah, Leshrac back in. Stun comes out. Lifestealer, the power of the Chen is revealed. You might have lost Leshrac at the start of the fight, but he's there by the end. Pai has to stay behind. He'll fall to Armel as well. A favorable trade again for TNC, courtesy of the length for that fight dragging out.
If you understand the strategic aspect of the game, you can also understand that this is horrible for forward gaming in so many different aspects. Not only because they lost that Prophet's ulti and they lost 3 heroes on their own side of the map, it's because they aren't taking anything out of that. Even if they win that fight, it's not that good for them, as they're fighting so deep inside their own woods. Perhaps leaving that tier 2 and trading for a tier 1 mid at least, which is very low, 400 HP, was a better approach to this game right now, as they have first and foremost, they have no items to fight with. What does this point booster on CCNC do right now? If he had drums, if he had heals, if he had anything else, at least it would help him out a little bit. Point booster makes him a bit tankier, but that's it. It doesn't help, and it could have been much worse for them, by the way, if that Lash didn't fall that fast, if they managed to regroup, because TNC, they looked like they were retreating, but they weren't truly retreating. The thing that they were doing is they were just buying time for that Sand King to arrive as he was recalled, right? So they were just biding their time and just waiting up. And the only reason why they didn't lose everyone is because Wraith King fell too fast, and they had to retreat and help him out. They had to just go and help him out, even though Lash is dead. But overall, TNC, they just take a good fight. Wraith King has that Radiance in 300 gold, 250 gold.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, this is the crux of having this sort of lineup where your only way of pushing or even fighting is one big-ass cooldown on an ultimate. The moment you use it, you see it from Ford Gaming, they know they're committed. And
speaking
so
of big-ass ultimates, top lane, Cuckoo.
Going in, epicenter out, Burrow strike across, MSS low and dead. Snaking, he activates his ultimate in response. Gonna pale Skooker rub against the walls, but this is so tanky.
And there's no detection. There's dust, but like you're not.
Yeah, but he's down to half HP.
Exactly.
You can't kill him. You're a measly level 9.
Exactly. You're not gonna kill him in that one single ult. And thus, you have the Blink Dagger on Mars, so perhaps one of these next fights you can jump on top of Sniper, you can create some zone around him in which you're going to be able to kill him. But the problem is, you need Nyx ready and available for that, and he's only moving towards Sacred Relic. He needs 500 gold more, 550.
And that's the other thing about this big ultimate being on cooldown. You saw Ford just retreat to farming, and TNC, they're better suited to this right now with the Midas and Sniper, with Wraith King having this advantage and just now picking up his Radiance, expecting to push. You can already see him move on the bot lane. The Skelly Bros are coming.
The problem for Forward Gaming is they're one step behind. Wraith King opted to go for straight Radiance, Nyx is going for Midas into Radiance. This Wraith King is ready to fight, Nyx is not. Your towers are falling and you aren't doing anything about that, as not a single tier 1 tower 18 minutes in has fallen on the side of TNC.
Yeah, you can see them moving up right now, but look at Cuckoo. He's just prepped and ready. Epicenter in 40 seconds. He has a Blink Dagger to work with. If you go in there too aggressively, there's going to be a huge response from TNC, and they know it.
There are many factors why they haven't taken any objectives, but most importantly, it's the Chen that's able to recall heroes that are defending. It's like a Remnant. You have Ember can go back, defend Remnant back into the fight, or travels, basically. It's free travels for his team. Also, it's very good that they have defended because they have the Sniper on their side. I can't stress how important it is to keep those tier 1s up and alive for as long as possible when you're playing a Sniper.
Well, speaking tier 1s, 4 Gaming has finally secured one, but it cost them the tier 2 mid, and they're going high ground.
They're definitely pressuring it. Sand King, he was trying to catch Nikes, but he did not have vision on him, so he didn't use that Blink Dagger. And look at those Kellys!
Just it's the lack of investment required by TNC. I mean, CCNC, he's back, he has the Ags now. The question is, what can you now make happen with it? Do you have the initiation? Yes, Snaking has his Blink Dagger online, but we've seen how tanky Cuckoo is. We know Wraith King's an impossible target because he has that level 2 Reincarnate. So you have to somehow find either Chen or Sniper as an entry kill. And I'll remind you, Sniper has a 4-staff now.
The ghosts are spooky though, so we have to wait and see. This Dead Prophet, she has her Aghanim's. It's gonna be interesting to see what it does, if it does anything at all. But it does look interesting. It slows you for 0.3 seconds. It has double the damage. It attacks everyone that's affected by your spells. So it could be something broken that we haven't witnessed yet.
Well, they're actually dangling CCNC right now. I don't know if TNC want to bite though. This has to be obvious to them.
You can see the way they planted that observer ward, the dire one next to the bounty, and then they moved back.
They actually spotted that smoke. I think they just about clipped it with the awkwardly placed ward.
It's a bounty rune fight, so basically they're just preparing for that, and it's not necessary that they spotted the smoke. They were just ready for the bounty rune fight. However, CCNC with his Aghanims isn't truly a speedy boy.
No, they actually chase him forward because they have the number advantage. Cuckoo this time moving in. They're actually going to throw down the arena. Snaking ready to fight. They'll push one out, but one is already dead. Wraith King, they're trying to pop the first life. He refused to give it up, and Pi, he'll go down on the side. As Armel actually gets the final hit, they're going to keep pursuing. There's going to be a TP onto the creep right now. They can't go. Oh, there it is, just in time. If CCNC hadn't killed that, he'd be dead right now.
It was the little Skelly bro following him. But that same Wraith King that was super low, he ported back by the power of Chen. He gets recalled, he's full HP, and now they can push as there's no Oracle, no Lina for 5 more seconds. They don't have a ton of time left remaining.
I'll see what they can make happen. Oh, Snaking, he missed the pushback actually as they 4-staff away. They're stunning up, getting him low. They're going to actually heal up with the Chen ultimate and take the kill onto Mars. Dead for 35 seconds, and now where's your pick-off opportunity if you fought? They're going to move in. Epicenter charged up. Cuckoo, Fire Strike. They're going to stun 2 up. Dead Prophet going down alongside the Oracle. The buyback comes out from Mars and Oracle straight away. They're going to pin Sand King to the wall. Cuckoo dead for 50. They need to get him out of the base. Gabby still has the Reincarnate to work with, though. He might just think about backing away. Sniper still has a shrapnel vision to allow him to hit onto the town. They're glyphing onto the catapult.
Even after forcing 2 buybacks, they're still not falling back. They're still not going back because Wraith King he has that ultimate.
Well, he can initiate. He's got the blink as well.
Do you really want to initiate now?
Well, Tim's is healed again, maybe.
It's much safer for them to wait, to not go, but yeah, we'll see. At least wait for Sand King to respawn. Outpush the lanes, wait for Sand King, recall him back in.
I think they're going to just relocate to mid because Sniper TP'd back now, so you can't just get both of them back into the fight.
But that's the issue from this build on Dead Prophet and CCNC. Perhaps it's good, but in this current game, the state of the game is Sand King has a Blink Dagger, Wraith King has a Blink Dagger. They get on top of that Dead Prophet and Oracle at the same time, and you can't save CCNC. And if you have an Aghanims, like, you can't be saved. Oracle, you don't have Yules, you have nothing to buy time for that Oracle to pop false promise on you. You saw it in that last fight. Truth be told, I'm gonna flame Pylai a bit. You should be positioned a bit further away from CCNC. There's no way you should be hit by the same Sand King Barrow Strike and Epicenter initiation by the Sand King. Like, you shouldn't be that close to your core. So positioning wise, it wasn't perfectly played by Pylai, but overall it's not an easy game for him either.
Yeah, and it's not, you know, we're not necessarily being too unfair here because you look at the movement speed. This isn't, yeah, I've got Yules active, Death Prophet, right? Yes, you got phase boots, but they were literally together on the retreat. You'd expect Pi to be
on
at least half a map further away. Or even just stop in the tree line so you can actually be ready to counter-initiate that with the save.
Smoke up.
They're coming in.
Sand
Snaking.
King,
Gonna see him. Oh no, he moves away. He actually went for the crit instead. Now there's gonna be a stun on the Pylai die. The man of discussion in the moment.
And that's the dieback.
He won't be discussed for 55 seconds, Liz.
Look at these Kellys. They're going.
Knock, knock.
But
they get cleaved down.
Yeah, but they're gonna respawn. And now the tower is gone.
They'll knock their master. There's going to be a Bar Strike coming through. Light Strike array to cover, but they can't go on the Cuckoo. That's not optimal for them.
Why do they respawn?
Because they're becoming more like their father.
Damn it.
They're inheriting his legacy.
Worst part is when they get your tier 1 early on in the game, and then they respawn again, and you're like, I just killed you bastards. It took me a minute to take care of you, and now you're alive again. What?
The most ridiculous part is when you double them up because they keep going around the camps and you cycle them and then they come out. It's 16 of them. That is a very big split off. You should be very scared of him. Alright, they get lane. They'll back away. They're actually just trying to force CCNC back as they saw him here. He almost got the tower. So close. 34 health. Oh, that's a painful experience.
And it's denied. But this is pretty much rush time for TNC right now. They're just all porting here. They don't have to necessarily just run into the pit. They are risking some counter attack by Forward Gaming. You're still playing versus Mars with Blink. He has Nikes infested. They're gonna smoke up and try to defend this. I'm not saying that they're gonna win this fight, but it's something that they have to do. The state of the game is really bad for them, and they need to make an action, make something happen, perhaps catch them off guard.
There's no big item or talent through farming that's going to get you back into this game.
Exactly.
You actually have to stave off TNC's growing aggression.
Pylida is going to run straight into EU, however, and he's going to be scouted out.
Gabby blinks away. Actually, stun comes out. Look at the Oracle. They actually jump on to Tim's. Can they do it, though? They've already lost Oracle. They'll snipe him out. Buyback comes out from Chen, trying to get involved. CCNC down half HP. Epicenter charging forward. Gonna Burrow strike up. They found the kills. Mars is down. DP as well. You're on the side of Fool, and this is looking grim. MSS, the only one to walk away alive. And that should reinvigorate TNC to go push again.
60 seconds without that Mars, 40 without the Nikes. You instantly just go straight in. Again, they're tipping Pylai because I'm not certain what he was expecting, but he was so deep there. And
yeah, he was leading the charge.
He was leading the charge as an Oracle, right beside their shrine. And the thing that was good from that is the fact that he's giving info to Mars that's infested by Nikes, so they can jump in, they can kill some targets. And they did kill some targets. They took down the Chen, they took down the Lash. But it doesn't matter because your Dead Prophet is useless. He cannot fight without Oracle. He needs that false promise. And your Oracle died at the start of the fight. So it's very difficult for CCNC to be like relevant in this game so far.
Yeah, maybe next game Pi could look at someone like a Spirit Breaker that's more acceptable to be that deep. Because that was maybe overly aggressive. And as a result of that, they now have the Aegis on the side of TNC, 16,000 gold ahead of Ford Gaming at the 26-minute mark, and
that's a lot of gold, man.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just all deceitful by towers, because look at the map, right? Ford Gaming, they got out and they took 3 towers. Well, took 2, 1 got denied. It's not like when we said earlier where they hadn't touched a single tower. They finally found some value out of their lineup, and it's still not enough.
AC about to be completed on Braid King. He's just gonna blink and get it. Has the AC and Radiance right now. The Sniper, who we haven't really talked a lot about when it comes to his item progression, has BKB completed. Pike and the Maelstrom. Even if you do get on top of him now, he's got that BKB. It's very unlikely to die unless he's stun locked, but they don't really have a lot of reliable stuns. You have your Mars ulti and you can spear him into the wall of Arena of Blood. But that's pretty much it. After that, you have to rely on Lina to follow up, but it's very difficult for her to get close enough to the Sniper.
There's a rough scenario to be in, and we saw it last fight, just how hard it is, you know. CCNC, he just lost most of his health.
They aren't able to approach him whatsoever.
This is ridiculous.
They are infesting right now. They're gonna try to go. Yeah, they're gonna try to go from behind.
This is do or die. Snaking wants to just stab that back line. Team's going to break the smoke. They're going to blink in the wrong place. Snaking panics, goes for the ultimate, just trapping in Armel and Gabby. They're the ones you don't want to have right now, as he has the Aegis on the Sniper. They're actually going to lose Mars. Snipe on the side of Laguna. Cuckoo. Burrow strike away. Hannah Gold is going to keep him up and alive. At half HP, they turn around. Chase for more. Oracle down. Then Lina will join them in the grave as the GG comes out, and Ford Gaming are trounced by the overwhelming might of TNC's early aggressive pushes.
It never looked like they let the game go out of their hands. Every single thing the TNC did was pretty much unmatched by Forward Gaming. They didn't they didn't even try to contest them. Once that they did on that bottom lane, it was just a bad position for them to fight. They popped that Prophet ulti on their own shrine. They chased them so deep under the tier 1, and they still lose that fight. I believe the lineup of TNC was just a little bit better. The draft worked very well for them. The killing of that courier helped a lot. He was only 5 CS behind.